After we marry, I don't promise you a perfect life. I won't stand in front of you and pretend that love is some endless sunrise where shadows don't exist. I've lived long enough to know better. I've seen what happens when people chase fantasy instead of truth. I've seen how quickly passion can burn bright and how quietly it can disappear when it isn't rooted in something deeper. So if we marry, it won't be because we're escaping loneliness. It won't be because we're afraid of growing old alone. It won't be because we think the other person will complete us. It will be because we have already faced ourselves. It will be because we have learned how to stand alone without collapsing. Because two incomplete people leaning on each other out of fear eventually fall. But two whole people choosing each other, that's different. That's steady. That's powerful. After we marry, I want you to know something clearly. I will not love you loudly. I will love you consistently, not with fireworks that fade, but with a fire that stays warm in winter. There will be mornings when I wake up before you. I'll look at you in silence, not because I'm checking if you're still there, but because I'll be grateful that you are. Not as a possession, not as something I won, but as a partner who chose me back. And on the days when life is heavy, when work drains you, when old wounds resurface, when the world feels unkind, I won't offer you empty motivational speeches. I'll sit beside you. I'll listen. I'll hold space for your silence if that's what you need. After we marry, love won't be performance. It will be presence. Real love is quiet. It's the decision to stay when ego says leave. It's choosing understanding when pride demands to be right. It's apologizing without defending yourself. It's forgiving without keeping score. We won't be perfect. We'll be human. And that's enough. After we marry, I need you to understand something that most people are too afraid to say out loud. Love is not sustained by emotion alone. Emotion is beautiful, yes. It's what brings two people together. It's what makes your heart race the first time you reach for my hand. It's what makes silence feel electric and distance feel unbearable. But emotion is a wave, and waves rise, and they fall. Commitment is the shore that remains when the tide pulls back. After we marry, there will be days when we feel deeply in love, and there will be days when we feel tired, irritated, misunderstood, or distant. That doesn't mean something is broken. It means we're human. Real love begins the moment we stop asking, "How do I feel today?" and start asking, "What kind of partner do I choose to be today?" Commitment is not a prison. It's a conscious decision to build something meaningful with one person instead of chasing temporary excitement with many. It's waking up on ordinary mornings and choosing tenderness over indifference. It's speaking gently when stress tempts us to speak sharply. It's remembering that the person in front of you is not your opponent. They are your teammate. After we marry, we will disagree. We will misunderstand each other sometimes. We will carry habits from our past that don't serve our future. But commitment means we don't weaponize each other's vulnerabilities. It means we don't keep a secret scoreboard of who sacrificed more. It means when conflict comes, we sit on the same side of the table and face the problem together instead of turning against each other. The truth about love is this: it matures. In the beginning, love is about attraction. Later, it becomes about trust. Then it becomes about respect. And eventually, it becomes about safety. Safety is underrated. Safety is knowing that when you fail, you won't be shamed. When you cry, you won't be mocked. When you're afraid, you won't be abandoned. After we marry, I don't want to be the loudest voice in your life. I want to be the safest one. I want our home to feel like a quiet refuge from a noisy world, not a battlefield of ego. Not a courtroom where we argue about who's right, but a place where we can lay down our armor. The world will challenge us enough. Work will exhaust us. People will misunderstand us. Life will test us in ways we can't predict. If we are wise, we won't add to each other's burdens. We'll become relief for each other. Commitment is not about controlling where you go or who you talk to. It's about trusting that your loyalty is not fragile. It's about knowing that, even when we are apart, our choices still protect our relationship. Loyalty is not built by surveillance. It's built by character. And character is what you do when no one is watching. After we marry, we won't stop growing as individuals. That's another truth people avoid. Marriage is not the end of personal evolution. It's the environment where growth is tested. We will change. Our dreams may shift. Our fears may surface. But commitment means we don't resent each other's growth. We support it. We don't shrink ourselves to avoid threatening each other. We expand together. And when one of us feels lost, the other doesn't criticize. The other reminds them who they are, reminds them what they're capable of, reminds them they're not alone. Love isn't about possession, it's about partnership. I don't want to own you. I want to walk beside you. I don't want to silence your opinions. I want to understand them. After we marry, I promise not to assume your intentions in moments of tension. I will ask. I will listen. I will try to understand what you meant, not just react to how it sounded. That's emotional maturity. That's how trust deepens instead of erodes, because small misunderstandings left unchecked become silent resentment. And silent resentment is dangerous. It doesn't explode immediately. It builds quietly. Commitment means we don't let silence grow heavy. We talk, even when it's uncomfortable. Especially when it's uncomfortable. We don't wait until we're strangers sharing a bed. We address things early, gently, honestly. And here's another truth: love is not always 50-50. Some days you will carry more. Some days I will. There will be seasons where you feel stronger, clearer, more hopeful. And there will be seasons where I need your patience more than your praise. Marriage is not about equal effort every day. It's about equal dedication over time. It's about stepping up when the other feels weak, not keeping count of who gave more yesterday. After we marry, there will be routines, dishes, bills, responsibilities. And those ordinary things will test us more than dramatic problems ever could. Because real love lives in the ordinary. It lives in how we speak to each other after a long day. It lives in whether we say, "Thank you" for small things. It lives in whether we still reach for each other's hand in a crowded room. Passion may shift, attraction may evolve. But respect must remain constant. Without respect, love collapses. Respect means we don't insult each other's character during arguments. We don't mock insecurities shared in confidence. We don't bring up past mistakes as ammunition. Commit is protecting the dignity of the person you love, especially when you're upset. And if we ever feel distant, we won't panic. Distance is not always the end. Sometimes it's just exhaustion. Sometimes it's stress. Sometimes it's unspoken fear. Instead of assuming the worst, we will lean in. We will ask each other what hurts. We will remember that love is not proven in perfect moments. It's proven in imperfect moments. After we marry, I will not expect you to read my mind, and I won't pretend to read yours. Clear communication is an act of respect. I will tell you when I'm overwhelmed instead of withdrawing without explanation. I will tell you when I need reassurance instead of acting indifferent. And I hope you'll do the same. Vulnerability is not weakness. It's the foundation of intimacy. The truth about love and commitment is that they require humility. Ego destroys what humility protects. Ego says, win the argument. Humility says, protect the connection. Ego says, you should already know. Humility says, let me explain. After we marry, I won't promise that I'll never hurt you. I'm human. I will make mistakes, but I promise I will take responsibility for them. I won't shift blame. I won't gaslight your feelings. If you're hurt, that matters. Even if I didn't intend to hurt you, Your pain is real, and I will care about it. Commitment means caring about the impact of your actions, not just your intentions. And I ask for the same grace in return. If I'm hurt, don't dismiss it as oversensitivity. Sit with me. Hear me. Not to defend yourself, but to understand me. That's how love grows deeper instead of colder. After we marry, there may be storms we never anticipated. Financial stress, health scares, family complications, loss, disappointment. Life does not promise ease. But commitment means we don't face storms alone. It means when the wind is strong, we hold tighter, not to restrict each other, but to remain steady together. And in the quiet years, the peaceful years, when nothing dramatic is happening, when life feels stable and routine, that's when love becomes profound. Because excitement fades, but companionship deepens. To sit beside someone in comfortable silence and feel at home, that's rare, that's sacred. After we marry, I want us to protect that sacredness, not by isolating ourselves from the world, but by nurturing what we build privately. We don't need to prove our love publicly. We don't need to perform happiness for others. What matters is how we treat each other when no one is watching. Commitment is built in private moments, in whispered apologies, in shared laughter after an argument dissolves, in the decision to forgive instead of punish. And here's the final truth: love is a choice made repeatedly. Not once at the altar, not once during a romantic night, but daily, sometimes hourly, sometimes in the middle of frustration. After we marry, I will keep choosing you, not because I'm obligated, not because I'm trapped, but because I understand that real love isn't about finding someone perfect. It's about building something real with someone willing to grow, willing to stay, willing to face themselves, willing to face life together. And if we both hold on to that willingness, not perfectly but sincerely, then what we build won't just survive. It will mature. It will deepen. It will become something steady and unshakable. Not loud, not dramatic, but strong, quietly strong. After we marry, we won't just be living with each other's strengths. We'll be living with each other's scars. And I don't say that with fear. I say it with respect, because every adult carries something invisible: old heartbreaks, disappointments, moments where trust was broken, times we gave more than we should have, times we stayed too long, times we left too early. None of us arrive at marriage untouched by life. So after we marry, I don't expect perfection from you. I expect honesty. And I promise you the same. There will be moments when something small triggers something old. A tone, a delay in response, a misunderstanding, and suddenly it's not just about what happened today. It's about something that happened years ago. Healing doesn't mean the memory disappears. It means we respond differently than we used to. If you ever flinch emotionally, I won't mock it. If I ever grow quiet because I'm processing something deeper, I hope you won't assume I'm withdrawing from you. Healing inside a marriage requires patience. It requires two people mature enough to say, this reaction isn't about you, but I need your help working through it. And that's where forgiveness becomes sacred. Not dramatic forgiveness, not the kind people post about, but quiet forgiveness. The kind where we sit across from each other after an argument and say, I don't want to win, I want to understand. The kind where pride softens before the connection breaks. After we marry, we will hurt each other sometimes. Not because we're cruel, but because we're human. Words will come out wrong. Stress will spill over. We'll misread intentions. But forgiveness is the decision not to let a moment define the whole story. Forgiveness is not pretending nothing happened. It's addressing it and then releasing it. We won't store past mistakes in a mental archive to bring up later. We won't weaponize apologies. If we forgive fully. And if something still hurts, we'll speak about it honestly instead of burying it quietly. Healing together means we create safety for vulnerability. There may be nights when one of us admits a fear we've never said out loud before. Fear of not being enough, fear of being abandoned, fear of repeating old patterns. Those confessions are not weaknesses. They're invitations to deeper intimacy. After we marry, I don't want us to pretend we're unbreakable. I want us to be transparent enough to say, I'm struggling. Because strength in marriage is not emotional silence. It's emotional courage. And here's something most people misunderstand. Choosing someone daily doesn't always feel romantic. Some days it feels simple, easy, natural. Other days it feels intentional. There will be mornings when we're tired, when work deadlines are heavy, when responsibilities pile up, when affection feels quieter than usual. On those days, love becomes a decision more than a feeling. I will choose you when I'm exhausted. I will choose you when we disagree. I will choose you when misunderstandings tempt me to withdraw, not because it's convenient, but because commitment isn't built on convenience. Choosing someone daily means we don't let temporary emotions make permanent decisions. It means when frustration rises, we pause, we breathe, we remember the bigger picture. We remember why we stood beside each other in the first place. After we marry, love won't always look like passion. Sometimes it will look like patience. Sometimes it will look like sitting in silence after a hard conversation and still reaching for each other's hand. And healing, real healing, often happens in those quiet moments. You'll see parts of me that I'm still working on, habits I'm trying to unlearn, patterns I'm trying to break, and I promise not to hide behind, that's just how I am. Growth doesn't stop at marriage, it becomes more necessary. If I fall short, I will own it. If you fall short, I will stand beside you while you rise again. Because marriage isn't about finding someone flawless. It's about building a safe space where flaws can be faced without fear. There may be seasons when one of us feels distant from ourselves, when confidence dips, when old insecurities whisper louder than they should. During those times, choosing each other means offering reassurance without being asked 100 times. It means reminding each other gently, I'm still here, and when conflict happens, and it will, we won't run from it. We won't threaten to leave in the heat of emotion. We won't use separation as a weapon. Stability is part of healing. Knowing that arguments don't equal abandonment allows honest conversations to happen. After we marry, I want our relationship to feel like a steady ground, not fragile glass. Healing together also means letting go of unrealistic expectations. You are not responsible for fixing every wound I carry, and I am not responsible for completing every empty space inside you. We support each other's healing, but we also take responsibility for our own growth. Love can support healing, but it cannot replace self-awareness. So when something inside us needs attention, we won't ignore it. We'll do therapy if needed, honest conversations, personal reflection. Marriage is strongest when two individuals are committed to becoming better, not just staying comfortable. Choosing someone daily also means choosing respect when no one is watching. It means protecting our relationship in private conversations. It means not entertaining attention that disrespects our commitment. Loyalty isn't proven in easy moments, it's proven in subtle ones. And here's the quiet truth: forgiveness isn't always instant. Sometimes it's gradual. Sometimes it's layered. We may need to revisit a conversation more than once. That's okay. Healing is rarely linear, but what matters is this: we stay engaged. We don't emotionally disappear. We don't shut down permanently. We lean in, even when it's uncomfortable. After we marry, there may be moments when life feels heavy: financial pressure, family expectations, unexpected setbacks. During those times, stress can make us less patient, less soft. That's when daily choice matters most. We remind ourselves it's us against the problem, not us against each other. We don't turn stress into blame. We turn stress into teamwork. And when one of us is struggling mentally or emotionally, the other doesn't minimize it. We don't say, "You're overreacting." We say, "Help me understand." That sentence alone can prevent so much distance. Choosing someone daily also means continuing to show appreciation, not just in the beginning, not just on anniversaries, but in ordinary weeks. Gratitude protects love from becoming routine. A simple thank you keeps respect alive. After we marry, I will not assume your presence is guaranteed. I will treat you like someone I'm still grateful for, not someone I've secured, because nothing is more dangerous to love than complacency. Healing together means celebrating growth too, not just surviving pain, not just overcoming arguments, but noticing progress, noticing how we handle things better than we used to, noticing how we speak more gently than before. Growth deserves acknowledgement. And finally, choosing someone daily means understanding that love is not a feeling you fall into once. It's a direction you keep walking toward, even when the path curves, even when the road feels unfamiliar, even when doubt tries to whisper. After we marry, I won't promise that every day will feel magical, but I promise that every day I will consciously step toward you, not away from you, because love that lasts isn't built on intensity, it's built on intention. And if we both keep choosing, patiently, humbly, sincerely, then healing won't just be something we talk about, it will be something we live.